Hello, I'm Shane with the Orange County Library System here at the West Oaks branch in Ocoee, Florida, on February 19th, capturing memories from our community. Please tell us your name and where you are from.
My name is Darryl Williams, and I'm from Trinidad and Tobago.
And how did you come to live in Ocoee?
I moved here from New York in 2004,
And where did you live in New York?
Jamaica, Queens.
So what was your impression of Ocoee when you came here?
I find the people is very friendly. I like the area. It was laid back, yet was up to date with everything.
And I guess you've lived here for about 15 years, is that right? 15?
2004 to now.
Yeah, so that's nearly 20 years.
Yeah.
19 years, okay. And what changes have you seen over those years?
I mean, if I live in Ocoee for 20 years?
Yeah.
No, I've lived in Ocoee since 2004.
Oh, 2004, when you came to Florida.
2004. I
Okay,
came to
so-
America in 1993.
Okay, so you live in New York, that's right.
Yes.
Okay. So since 2004, what have you seen in Ocoee? What is
I have seen the population increase. I've seen a lot of new businesses open up. I see major development. Ocoee is becoming from laid back to more dynamic. So, and it's good for business.
So when you say more dynamic, what do you see?
Well, everything is more updated. It's keeping in touch with, well, not like New York, but getting there fast.
And what was it like moving from Jamaica to Jamaica, Queens to here?
Oh, it was a major change in pace. New York is very fast. Here was very laid back. I was surprised at the city of Ocoee when I visited the first time, and the town hall, right? It reminded me of looking at a movie.
It's a much more small town.
Yeah. But that was my first introduction to small town USA, was here.
And I lived in Jamaica, in Richmond Hill as well, so I can
Okay.
understand.
Right, so you know, yeah.
And I understand that you're married.
Yes, I am.
And what is your wife's name?
Virginia.
Virginia. And how did you meet your wife?
Oh, I know Virginia since we were like 3 years old, so I know her a long time.
How is it that you met? Did your families know each other in Trinidad?
I don't know. Maybe they're just not close, but maybe they met each other because we are from the same village or the same town.
What town is that?
Diego Martin. Actually, Pity Valley.
And when did you? How did you propose? When did you propose? When did you decide to get married?
Maybe she proposed, I think. I don't remember.
Well. And how long have you been married?
We were married about 2007 or 2006. For sure, one of them.
Okay.
No, 2007, yeah.
Okay. So tell us about your family. Do you have any children or?
Yes, I have a son who is 31. He lives in New York. And I have a daughter who's 16 and another daughter who is 7.
And I understand that. Okay, you have a karate dojo.
Yeah, I run karate classes at different locations.
And and you started that business here in Ocoee.
I started in New York. Yeah, but when I moved to Ocoee, I started here.
Okay. So how did you? What was your course in becoming a karate instructor?
Well, I'm studying karate since I was 10 years old, so it more or less was part of me for a long time, and I decided one time to turn it into business and see how it can work out. Plus, I think the people need some sort of physical fitness, and the sport is good. It has 40 million followers worldwide, and it's growing rapidly in Ocoee.
Tell us about that.
We have I have like 7 locations, and 2 of them is in Ocoee, and I also teach at schools and churches. and I provide a community service to those who cannot afford to practice or to pay for the karate training. So I work with a lot of kids.
Do you work with any other local organizations?
I don't understand.
Like churches?
Yes, I work with churches and I work with schools.
Are you do you volunteer with churches? Or
I work out programs for the churches for their children, or to help, and also works as an outreach program for their church.
Well, why not tell us about your life in Trinidad? So you lived there for a good long time.
Yeah, I lived there until 1993, and when I migrated to Canada and then into New York, I went to school. Went to high school. I finished high school in Trinidad, and I migrated.
And which school did you go to in
Dig Martin Secondary and Pity Valley Boys RC.
And you went to school you said in Canada as well? Or?
No, I went to school in New York, and then I came here, and then I worked. Then I like the idea of working for myself.
Yeah.
I'm not very rich. I'm not rich at all, but I still like it. So.
And which school did you go to in New York?
I went to technical school, and I went to ASAP, and I also completed coaching instructor training program in accordance with the U.S. Olympic Committee. So I'm a certified coach instructor.
Well, let's talk about what it's like to go to school in Trinidad.
When I was growing up, it was exciting. It's not like now. There was no sort of crimes like here, and we enjoy our school days. And as you know, the only downside when I was going to school was the corporal punishment thing, which I hate. I will never approve it, but I think that is no longer there. So, but other than that, it was fine. Education was fun, and I enjoy my school days very much. Yeah.
So, as someone who grew up and went to school in a different country and having children here in the U.S., what is it that you tell your children about going to school in Trinidad, and what is their experience compared? How does their experience compare to your experience going to school in Trinidad?
Well, I think going to school here, you have in Trinidad, the focus is on academics all the time. In America, I think you have a more all-round education because both academics and the sporting part and the leisure part is also included as important for total development. I think that is one of the main differences here. Everything in Trinidad, I don't know if you went to school there for long, but it's school. No emphasis is placed on physical fitness or anything like that, where here is different. But now things are changing at home, I understand. I go there every year to run programs, and I'm seeing it developing to be better.
And do your parents live here?
No, my parents died. They died a long time.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, in Trinidad.
In Trinidad. And do you have anything that you'd like to share with us?
Well, I liked what the library is doing.
Stories that we haven't talked about.
No, no, it's just that I think you talk about everything and what people need to know.
Yeah. So you like the library?
Yes, I like the library for all it has to offer and how it impacted community in a positive way. Nobody can say they cannot, I have no opportunity to do research or to study, or I don't have access to books or educational material to advance myself because you have the library. I know in New York when I was going to school there, I didn't have a computer. The library helped me to do all my research and papers. So, and the same thing here I'm seeing. So I think the library is a very important part of the community. And I always tell my students in the karate school, I recommend books from the library where they have to read for rank advancement in my schools. I always tell them they should have a library card. It's important, yeah.
And what do you think the future holds for Ocoee? How do you see this community growing and changing?
I see major changes happening for Ocoee. Maybe in the next 5 years, you'll see big growth in population, you'll see growth in resources, and you'll see major growth in opportunities. These are the positives. I am yet to see the downside. There may be, but I'm not here to talk about that.
So you say that you love Ocoee.
Oh, I like Ocoee. Yeah, I love it very much. In fact, I love Orlando.
Do you have a favorite memory of living in Ocoee? What is it? An experience or
One of the
place?
experience I had, and I'll never forget, is the first time I went downtown Ocoee. Right, it was really nice. I sat on the bench by the lake, right? So it was cool. Contrast to New York, right? Even Central Park is not like this. So yeah, good.
Well, thank you so much.
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Williams.